spit up on myself in this last night, and it's like night again, and I'm just thinking about changing my clothes. All right. Well, anyway, it wasn't that anyone was chasing him. It wasn't that he was committing suicide. They're just making up shit. Yeah. So it was even more distressing until I got the laboratory team to drug them to understand when I say you're making up shit. It's like they're deranged, fucked up, beyond fucked up. I know my fear of concussions because I've had one. I'm not even that severe. Just more recently in the times, it causes like not a nightmare, but just you think of every angle, and most of the angles are made up, and there's one angle. And when I think of life, it sometimes breaks up, but not as much. Because I actually did have a bit of a concussion. Like pieces of my scalp were kind of like nicked out. I banged my head on top of a tank plane called a Bombero. Johnny Knoxville was the one that sutured up my head. Yeah. And it breaks up not as much, like different angles. And then there's the real story. But the real story is all like, you look back at it and you're getting punched in the mouth for nothing. And they're not labeled as schizophrenic, but there's something. And sorry, it's just really fucked up. That's why I say that 13 was such a bad year for me, and I'm glad that movie exists. Just never break through to it because I don't want to think about it. Who the fuck want to think about that? The fly on the outside of the screen. I don't know what happened to that fly, but it sure ain't flying around here anymore. Okay, I don't know. I'm not really into this. But I am into... Oh, yeah. This can go in that pink box. Now, these just glue sticks. Dried up. I think this is purple. Oh, it's disappearing purple. How are the kids ever gonna get this off? Colin's like, he has a really good hand grasp. But it's glued to the top. One last try. Yeah, it's glued. This is a makeup brush. This is for shaving the face. This is for your mouth if it's sore. Piercing stuff. A ring. Oh god. I haven't let them actually touch this because they said there's a basket in there that's got like stuff in it that is not appropriate for little tiny fingers. There's a piercing needle in there. More Orgel. A rubber ring for keeping your other rings on, most likely. You need like rubber on your fingers. You're a bit of a tire mechanic. Purple, sparkling glitter. Damn. Gold, orange. I'm not giving you the glitter glue. I don't like the wet as shit because it gets everywhere. Yellow. It's empty. You felt. Coloring. Nail file, nail file. belly button rings. Okay, belt. This needs. It's home. I don't like the way this room is set up. I'm not happy, actually, but I'm not miserable because of the room. Just maybe a tiny bit of my misery. I should give these to my mom. I don't know. These are not hers anyway. She thought I had hers. I don't know. She's just wondering. I was like, I've never had your paints. I have my paints. Watercolor. I'm going to separate those. Watercolor. 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 Oh, they're up here. Yeah, and even though this piece of land is pretty dopeness, it was still fraud that I had to buy this piece of land. And we're just making the best of it because the real RCMP, the ones that are so nice, it like kills you. They're so kind. You're just like, SWAT? Oh, oh yeah. Those ones are having a hard time resurrecting everything I've lost because a bunch of fucking assholes decided they hate females and that they thought they could really get to me through my brother, and did they ever? Yeah, I wouldn't have picked this one. Wouldn't have picked one without a lake, but you know, I like Jessica, the real one, and she caught my attention big time when she's like, I'm like, where is everybody? Woke up from a nap and then they were busy in the laboratory making me a migraine medicine because it was getting pretty bad. I actually fell asleep at work for the first time. By the first time I fell asleep at work, they made me migraine medicine in the laboratory. And she's like, tide is out. And I was like, oh, they're surfing. And then I was like, aw, Jessica. That's so cute. It took me a second to realize how cute she was, but yeah. You're not an asshole. I'm not an asshole. Just, I've walked in and had to deal with some pretty sketchy situations. Yep. Don't hate the honey birds because I know you don't. I know you wouldn't just because I said something about them. Maybe. I know you wouldn't. Don't hate them. Do I have a cup up here? I've like been moving all the dirty dishes downstairs and just this one, but that's my alcohol cup, and then I'd have to dirty a whole bunch of big mugs, and then that's less that fits in the dishwasher at once. You guys want to play some video games that don't save? Go practice. Didn't think of that. I didn't think they would. No. Thought they would have someone air and then give me a few games, but there not gonna be any games at all. That's okay. $30, whatever. Fall into your hands, I can almost be. Fall into your hands. Why have you forsaken me? Yeah, I was gonna watercolor the Zubat. Watercolor the flip flops. Mom's jamming out to music, doing her thing downstairs. My mom. I warned her. I told her. I'm like, you might get some coochie coo calls from all the fucking born funky children. Oh, that's okay. She's just so happy. I love my mom. My dad, not so much. He was always in and out of the hospital with heart failure that he was just going to slowly slip away and die. And then they asked me some severe questions about it way long time ago, like at least 15 years ago, and then he's been slowly picking up. We figured it out. They figured me out. I kept writing them papers to the hospital. This genius thing on it about fixing Dad's heart condition. And they figured me out. So, like, I asked you to understand, and a lot of you fucking chose to. Just got a fucking massive headache. My neck hurts like a bitch. I used the hot one on my neck, too. I almost should have bought 2 bottles of the hot, but the cold one is good for my knees, because they are broken, and that's probably why I feel so shitty. I realized yesterday when I put this on, they're broken. Still. We had surgery on them, but they're not mended. Knees have to mend on their own with just a general gist of help from surgery, which is just fluids, but they cut you open pretty good for it. Ionic fluids. Yeah. I'm fucking proud of myself for having some fucking money for myself. I hate to complain, like, it's not enough at all. Like, it's just like, may as well be on welfare, but that's not the truth either now, is it? I almost have the floor clear. Booyah! Just put my stuff away. It's gonna be like that again this winter, though. Because it's cold, I don't like to put my lotion on where it's cold. I'm not heating 2 rooms. Oh no, I'm not heating 2 rooms. 30% more hydro with that really efficient oil-based heater. I owe my dad a lot of money. Like, it's already paid for, but I owe him a lot of money, yo. 30% more of the hydro bill. I want to be off grid, but you know it ain't gonna be possible. It never is. You're always using fossil fuels, but I don't want to be this talkative either. I don't want so many problems. I don't want to be like back and forth here and there, and then one part of the day, it just gets exactly what it should have been in the first place. But here we sit. At least I'm not beaten, not battered by the real, genuine person. We're not schizophrenic, so in between there, it's just kind of fucking. I don't know. It's not intentional, so I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe it's like a little bit numbing. Because you don't know how, you shouldn't feel much about it anyway, because that wasn't him, that was the guy who cut his dick off. He would never tell anyone to shut the fuck up. He's smart enough to hear it through. But when it's all interrupted in there and violence and right? Yeah. It becomes so serious, doesn't it? His pain. My feet are dirty. It's getting about the time that the agates would really show up. Put that in the magic box. My heart needs tomato. I don't know if I really want her just having a rock. Or like for bashing in retards is what the boys said. Like, cause they're like, I'm like, yeah, see, yeah. I felt good until Kobe told me what was going on with his employment because of retards. And I was like, oh, I recall. He's like, you recall? And it's still really like bumming out. It's shitty to hear him complain about his work because I know he doesn't like it and he just tries to keep his chin up. They said a retard could work the job. He's a welder fabricator, pipeline fitter. So they let this retard come in a welding suit. And he put the suit on wrong, and I was telling him that. And then he took the gas and put the like welding tool fit in the gas line, and it sparked and fucking lit him on fire, and there's no saving him. Because he put the suit on wrong too. And Kobe almost got sued for it. And I didn't see how that was possible. So it's really fucking ugly. Cohen is trying to grow up too fast to defend all the orphans and all his siblings and his parents from the violent human traffickers is what they are. Yeah, so it still carries on. Sad face.